Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're back 3 weeks since I've last done a video of any type. A little break, but now we're back, and I'm joined this evening by Jamie and Callum, and the special guest from Jamie.
This is my safe bear.
This is your safe bet. But how are we doing, fellas? We're doing all right?
Yeah, good, bro.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
Good.
Obviously, UFC 304 coming up this weekend. But before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, share button, subscribe button. Links to the fellas' channels are in the description. Sanderson Show, Jamie Phillips Football Chat. Obviously, subscribe to Coppish as well. Then obviously the link for the GoFundMe page is still in the description. That walk is next month, so that's going to be fun. 23rd, raising it for the domestic abuse support centre in Wrexham. So money will be going to a good place. But fellas, UFC 304 Manchester. Leon Edwards headlining against Canelo Alvarez. Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's Bilal Muhammad.
I was thinking, where are you going with this?
Yeah, I had to add that in there. And then obviously, co-main event, Tom Aspinall defending his interim heavyweight championship against arguably his hardest opponent yet in Curtis Blaydes. I'll start off with you, Jamie. You're looking forward to the card. Is the card living up to expectation?
No. No, no, of course it is, yeah. No, I'm looking forward to a British card at American times. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, that's probably been the biggest L from the UFC is to have this card.
Making Aspinall walk out at 5 a.m. in the UK. No, I am looking forward to it. There's 3 or 4. There is it's probably 4 very interesting fights on the card. Obviously, the 2 main events, Paddy and Green, especially with Paddy's interview recently saying what he's been through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, the opener as well. There's some really good fights, and I don't know if it's the best British card UFC have ever put on. I don't know if it would be the best fights though.
Yeah. I think when you look at the names, Callum, I think look at some of the names that aren't even on the main card. You're talking Manu Cape, Mokaev, Molly McCann, Nathaniel Wood, all on the prelims. Like, we're not even talking about on the actual main card itself. So in terms of name value, it is probably up there. But do you think it's going to deliver? Because obviously, when was the last time the UFC was in the UK? Was it this year or was it last year?
Last year, I believe. Yeah, last year now. Like last year, September, I think.
Yeah,
Aspinall for Tabora, no?
Yes.
Headlining against Tabora.
Yes, he did.
And Paddy wasn't on that card. So in terms of being stacked, I agree with you both. It's stacked. It really is stacked. I mean, from a UK MMA standpoint, I think maybe Lerone Murphy could have been on here.
Yeah.
Shaw could have potentially been on here as well. We've got Paul Craig still. Obviously, I mean, technically he's from Republic of Ireland, but Ian Gary, MVP. So there are still a few guys who could have been on this card as well. Obviously, he's not in the UFC anymore. Darren Till's still a massive name as well. So there's still a few people missing, but in all, from what you have available, I think it's a very, very good card. Still shocked that Mokaev and Cape aren't on the main card, because I look at that fight and I think that's the fight which has the most sort of interest in terms of title aspirations outside of the main event and co-main event. Like Green and Pimblett, like that's just who's going to rank in the top 15 after this fight. Rodriguez fight with Duncan, again, that's a great fight, but nothing really after that's happening. And then I mean, Arnold Allen, and even Arnold Allen's fight, he's not going to get a title shot if he wins the fight. So I'm surprised that's not on the main card. But all in all, the main event and co-main event are very interesting. And think people are sleeping on both those fights.
Well, let's start off with the top of the card. Let's start with Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. A rematch after the no contest back in, I believe it's 2021 when Leon was piecing him up first round and then just sunk in a beautiful eye poke. Yeah, surely we're not going to see them with the new gloves on. Obviously not. No eye pokes from the gloves, but
we said that every show, but we always see eye pokes.
But I'll start off with you, Jamie. Obviously, this was the fight that should have been made. I'm shocked that it's taken this long to give Bilal the rematch that he and the title shot that he does deserve. I don't know whether or not you have been seeing the interactions with them in the lift.
No, I haven't seen the elevator one.
You know what? I'm gonna get it up. I'm gonna get the little interaction up of them in the lift together. Best of buds. Just gonna find the tab. Evening, Eric. Big up, boys.
Big up, big up.
Big up. I
That's
just
that
need
like button, guys.
to find it. Yeah, there we are. Sorry. See, I got all the tabs prepared. All the tabs prepared. Oh, I don't think you can hear that. Don't think I shared the volume. I shared the volume of that. See, this is the beauty of live content. I'll play it, see if you guys can actually hear it. I don't think you. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Come on, remember the name. Come on, boys. Let's slide in, boys. Someone hit one. Press the button. Come on, fellas. I swear. The vagina just walked in. I swear.
That boy talk. My man Bilal.
That boy talk. Your mouth is open. Yeah, no. Your mouth. Look, there it is. Look, that boy talk. You smell it? You smell? You have the group right there, bro. You have a pack of.
Oh, Bilal just smoked him.
No, Luke, do you have the clip where Bilal speaks about this altercation before the footage is actually released?
Oh, I will have a look. I'll have a look. So you two just chat amongst the footage. I will.
So, Jay, when you watch what Bilal says and then you see the footage, you'll see it's a very different.
I hate Edwards. I hope Bilal kills him.
Whoa.
You don't like Edwards?
No, man, I can't stand the geezer.
What?
No, I don't like him.
Oh, I'm like that with Bilal at the moment. I used to really like Bilal Muhammad. Never thought he was the greatest of fighters, but I really liked him. Now it's just like, nah. He's in a Colby thing almost.
I don't know what you want to see the. Just trying to think. Is it the one with DC? Is it the one with DC?
I'll see if I can find it actually and send you the link.
Yeah,
but he's basically saying, oh yeah, they got in the lift and his face was down. He wouldn't look at me in the face and all this. And I was like, okay. And then we see the footage and it's like, oh, that's not what happened.
Yeah, well, I know Leon mentioned he said something else. He compared himself to GSP. I don't know what these Bilal's comments where he was like,
mad. That's mad.
Well, I beat Leon. I'll be like the second greatest welterweight ever. I'm thinking, what?
Yeah, that's mad.
I'm thinking, damn, treadmill a wicked bee. Was he blowing that much smoke up your ass?
Yeah, that's a mad comment. So I ain't gonna lie.
He always delivers the good sound bites because he is the king of. Hey, speaking of cringe Gov in the comments, big up. So, yeah, he always drops a lovely cringy comment. But I'm wondering, Jamie, do you think we'll see a different fight than what we saw 3 years ago? Do you think Bilal has made that big of improvements.
Sorry. Just before you move on, so I'll read the quote that Bilal said. I
Yep.
just saw him right now in the elevator. He looked like he was afraid. Him, his brother, and his coach, they all look like cowards. I mean, that's not what I saw.
Yo,
Don't know.
Leon
only
did not, he did
Leon
not
o-
look afraid of him. at all.
Leon only started talking when Bilal left the lift.
No,
I
he
mean-
said no, but he said remember the name when he walked in and started laughing.
what time did the event start?
Bilal's been
starts at
talking
3
a
a.m.
lot of crap in the lead up.
Oh, Bilal always talks
Yeah.
crap. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Bilal has been talking like he absolutely fucking hates Leon. I was like,
Well, he says
what
he
has
does.
Leon actually
He says
done?
he does.
He probably
So,
does.
all right.
I
So,
can
all right,
understand why
on
as
this,
well.
if I'm going to be
Why.
fair to Bilal, what I didn't like from Leon is the fact that Leon shut down the idea of a rematch. Effectively, that rematch should have happened straight after the first fight because of the eye poke. The eye poke was on Leon. Accidental, obviously, but it was still on Leon. And the notion that just because Leon was beating him in the first round, that means Leon would have easily won the fight. I mean, how many fights, boys, have we watched and the first round's gone to one fighter and then they lose the fight ultimately? Like, so I think from a competitive standpoint, Leon did him a little dirty there. And I think he's deserved the title. He deserved a title shot over Colby, but that was on UFC. That wasn't on Leon. But I can understand why Bilal's got some disdain towards him, but hate I don't get.
Yeah, I don't get the hate. I don't get the hate. Yeah, I do completely agree with you, Callum, that the comments that Leon made about him deserving the rematch, like he doesn't deserve it. I'm like, come on, Leon. Like, you've been on this, basically, he's been on the same journey as you, but you were lucky enough to get the title shot. Really. But do you think that Bilal's made that big a jump since that fight? Obviously, probably his biggest win since the Leon was beating Sean Brady, taking his 0, which arguably you saw the wrestler in Bilal put some pressure on and TKO Sean Brady, which at the time everyone thought, huh? Oh, what? Bilal's got some hands.
Yeah.
So do you think we see him doing the similar tactic that he did in the Sean Brady fight? Is just pressure Leon?
I think he tries. I mean, so since the Leon fight, he beat Damian Maia by decision. Very good win. He beat Wonderboy Thompson by decision. A good win.
That was a horrible fight.
He beat Luque by decision. I think that fight was a lot closer than, like, don't get me wrong, I think he won fair and square, but I don't think he said he walked through these guys. He didn't walk through Vicente Luque. He did walk through Brady. And then the Burns fight again. I mean, Burns blew out his shoulder. What was it, the first round? We did a watch long for that, I think. And Burns blew out his shoulder in the first round. Still got the win, so can't take anything away from him. And Burns blew out his shoulder because of a takedown that Bilal did. But again, it's difficult to judge. I think that Burns fight would have been the one where you could have really judged it, because if there's one thing about Burns, he'll fight until he goes out on his shield. We saw him drag Hamzat into deep waters, and we've seen him do it with others, but he couldn't do that with Bilal simply because of the injury. So I don't know. Bilal's he's a tricky one, because watching him fight, it doesn't look like he does anything special. There's nothing that stands out in his game. He's got really good top control and wrestling control, but there's nothing else that really stands out. But he really believes in himself, and it can be dangerous.
Yeah, do you agree with that, Jamie? Like, because when I look at him, he doesn't have elite striking. His footwork's okay. His wrestling's good. His jiu-jitsu is all right. There's nothing really special about him, apart from he's got good cardio. So he's basically a Poundland version of Colby Covington.
Yeah, I hear that. But I also think at the same time, there's nothing special about Leon Edwards either. So literally, I do.
It's not an elite striker, no.
He's an elite striker, yeah, but I don't think he's special. I think Leon's just around at a good time for Leon. You know, I don't like Leon Edwards. I think he's boring. I think he's got no charisma. He's got no personality. His fights are pretty average. He gets the odd headshot knockout here and there. No one remembers his fights 5 minutes after they finished.
This is breaking my heart, Jamie.
Your heart is breaking, Cal. I wouldn't go that far. Arguably, he has got the biggest knockout moments in recent UFC history. Like literally down and out on the scorecard. Literally pulls shit out of the fire to get the job done. Yes, the third fight with Usman wasn't as great, but it was tactical. Yes, you could argue that, you know, he did grab the fence a couple of times, but Usman can't be talking shit because he was grabbing the fence a couple of times in the rematch and in the trilogy fight. And with the Colby fight, that was yet again a very tactical performance. Basically pieced him, basically turned it into a kickboxing fight and absolutely pieced up Leon. But I think with this division at the moment, it is very grappler heavy at the moment. And are you going to see the cleanest performances from Leon? No, because in title fights, I expect the challenger, if you want the belt, you need to rip it off the champion. Like that's my opinion. When challengers lose close fights and they go, oh, you know what, I think I've done enough. No, you didn't, because no, you did not rip the belt off the champion. You thought you could get a little decision win to get the belt, and we know it does not work like that. And I just think with this particular fight, I think if I don't know if Bilal lands a takedown early and keeps Leon down, then maybe, you know, it could be Bilal's night. But I don't know, in a world, unless Khabib's going to be in this corner, which I don't know, like what Khabib's doing. Like
Khabib can leave Russia at the moment.
Khabib can't leave Russia, yeah, because he's got tax issues. Like we don't know if anyone from AKA is actually going to be there with him.
Well, he says Khabib's helped him with a game plan. I don't know what that means, though. I mean, I could help him with a game plan. Doesn't mean.
But if he thinks he's going to out wrestle him, just ask. Yet again, he could take confidence.
Bilal was winning the first fight, wasn't he? So
who? Bilal
was winning the first fight.
Well, against Edwards.
Yeah, because he was up on the scorecard, weren't he, in the first fight?
No, Edwards was winning the first fight.
No, Edwards was up on the scorecards.
Man, Edwards was getting his ass kicked in that first fight.
No,
and then Edwards cheats like he always does. I mean, it's.
Well, wait, are we talking about the Bilal first fight?
Oh, no, sorry, I was talking about the Usman fight.
No, in the Bilal first fight, Leon.
Yeah.
I think unless Bilal has sort of changed his defense, because when Leon likes to go for the body kick, Bilal sort of tries to tuck his elbow in to his body, and then boom, Leon hits him with the head kick. And unless he's changed that part by thinking, yes, I'm going to pressure him to close the range so he doesn't have that advantage, that I can just see Leon piecing him up for a good few rounds before landing the killer blow.
Yeah, definitely. I think Leon does get away with quite a lot of cheating, and
I think many fighters get away with a lot of cheating.
He's got to get caught out. He's going to get caught out eventually. I hope it's this weekend.
You want him to lose, Joe?
Yeah, can't stand him.
Leon, Rocky, bro.
What's he done to you? What's he done to you?
No, I just don't like the guy.
Khabib advised him to pay his taxes.
Leon's my guy, man. Look, I'm not going to sit and be like, yeah, Leon's going to smoke him or anything. I expect Leon to win. I just don't think it's going to be as easy as people think it's going to be. I think people think Leon's going to walk through him. I don't see that happening. I'd be shocked if he finished Bilal, because Bilal is pretty durable as well. I think people forget how durable Bilal actually is as well.
Last person to knock him out was Jeff Neal, wasn't it? Jeff Neal was last.
Yes, I think so.
And guess what got him down? Head kick. The head kick. He is weak to the head kick.
Bilal's improved a lot since then, though.
Yeah.
He has improved a lot since then. Like you look at his record. I mean, he's Alan Joban in lost to
identical.
Jeff Neal and Vicente Luque. Like his last loss was 2019.
Oh, has it been that long?
Yeah, he's been on a good run, man. Yeah, I have to give him credit. He absolutely deserves this title shot.
Yeah, Blaydes don't lose.
And anyone that says differently is talking out of his ass.
Yeah,
Blaydes shot. Big up Imran.
Big up
Blaydes don't lose fights.
Neither does Edwards, though, Joe.
No, that's why Blaydes going to win. Because Edwards can't cheat.
I'm gonna have the full Jamaica stuff on.
Yeah,
I just can't wait for Blaydes to win.
Nah. Do you know what? Yeah, I can't have Bilal winning. Not because obviously politically, I think Dane would absolutely hate it if he has to wrap the belt around Bilal's waist.
Yeah,
with the flag.
Palestine. That's the only thing I would be all right with. If he actually beats Leon, I'll be livid. But that moment there where like he can and again, I don't want to get too political, especially with it being on YouTube and how everything is sometimes. But that moment would be massive for Palestine, I think, and for him. And I can't begrudge someone that moment if it were to happen.
That'd be the only shred of happiness I'll have for him before it will turn to rage and hate. No, but it's so weird listening to those two speak because they speak about jumping up. Like I think Bilal mentioned saying like, "Oh, we jump up to 85." So Islam him don't fight at 70. Like Islam wouldn't dog walk you at 70, sort of thing. And Leon said that, he'd jump up to 185, but he wouldn't fight Izzy. Boys, I was like, boys, you got work to do at 70 first before you
from Leon's standpoint, if he were to beat Shavkat and let's say Ian Gary, let's say he beats those two, then there's no one really else in welterweight. Maybe Jack
might be fighting the winner of that.
So there's no one else for him to fight. There's no one else for him to fight. But in terms of Bilal, like this is where I don't get it. Like maybe I'm just too much of a traditionalist when it comes to the sport. But this whole notion that you win the belt and then you want to move up straight away. Like what happened to these guys actually wanting to defend the belt? Like I know Conor did it, but Conor was a very rare case.
I have to mention something else afterwards, Cal. I just keep going because Bilal mentioned Conor.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that as well.
Said be a realistic matchup. That fight could be a possibility if he's after the third belt, and then he tried to sort of play on the rivalry between Conor and Khabib for him versus Edwards. I'm like, shut your mouth, mate.
Here's the thing. I actually think Conor would fancy his chance against Bilal because Bilal's not much bigger than him in terms of height. You kind of know what Bilal's going to do in terms of being a wrestler. I don't think Conor would beat Bilal, not this version of Conor and not this version of Bilal, but I think Conor in his mind would probably fancy the fight. I don't see Conor getting anywhere close to Leon. Leon's too big and too strong and too technical for Conor, in my opinion. But I think he'd look at Bilal and go, he's just a wrestler. I can get to him.
Yeah, fight's never going to happen. So Bilal
it's not. No, it's not.
Stop dreaming. Notice that he's still maybe out the sport, on the shelf, still the biggest name in the game. Fighters cannot go an interview without mentioning his name, which shows that he is still at the pool. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have to push you for a prediction. I'll start off with you, Jamie. Prediction: Leon versus Bilal result. Which round? And how is it going to be done?
Edwards first round knockout.
So after all that shit talking on Edwards,
Edwards is going to win.
If that happens, James, I'm getting you Jamaica top with Edwards on the back.
I'll wear it, man. I'll wear it. Edwards will win round one. He will cheat, but he'll win. He'll hold the cage at some point and stop getting taken down. He'll pull, and then there'll be a moment where there's a little gap, leg kick, and then head kick, knockout. Quite simple work, actually. I don't think he breaks the sweat.
Oh, fair enough.
Upper tier. Third round. Callum, or what about you?
I'm going to go for unanimous decision for Edwards.
I'm probably going to go head kick knockout championship rounds. And I do think he will grab the fence at some point. And I cannot wait for when he wins his brother to jump over the octagon and basically knock out Bilal as well, because Bilal's been talking shit, saying that if his brother jumps in, he's going to lay him out as well. I'm thinking, no, you won't.
I will say one thing. If Edwards wins like we all think he should, he needs to move up. I don't want to see him fighting at 170 anymore. Don't care about Shavkat. 170 is the most boring division in this company.
I need him versus the winner of Gary Shavkat.
I don't want to see it. It's boring.
I don't want to see it.
The women's flyweight division is more exciting than the welterweight division.
So I tell you what, the welterweight division, it's the fact that Kamara and Colby are still at the top, but they're not fighting.
It's boring. There's no good fighters in there.
And Hamzat's not in that division anymore.
No, it's cack. Move up where the exciting money fights are.
I tell you what, if he does, if God forbid, Dracus beats Izzy, Dracus versus Edwards would be a good fight.
No, Dracus wants Pereira, but hey ho, we digress. We move on. Co-main event. Tom Aspinall, ridiculously defending his interim heavyweight title against Curtis Blaydes. A rematch after he injured his knee within 15 seconds. A horrific injury. I think Aspinall spoke saying that he was tempted to sort of retire because the injury was that bad, but obviously he didn't. He's back. He's got a hold of a belt, not the belt. Let's start off with you, Callum. This fight, obviously, this is definitely Tom Aspinall's hardest test at heavyweight by a country mile.
All right, so I'm going to say no to that, but I'll add context. The reason I don't think it's his hardest test in terms, I think it's the hardest person he's going to fight, but I don't think it's his hardest test. I still think Pavlovich is his hardest test, considering Pavlovich, the run he was on, the fact that Aspinall went into the fight with an injury on short notice across the pond. I think that's still the biggest test. In terms of stylistic matchup, though, I think this is his hardest fight. Outside of John Jones, obviously. I think Curtis Blaydes is his hardest fight. I think Cyril Garn plays into his hands. We've seen what he's done to Volkov. We've seen what he's done to Pavlovich. I think Curtis Blaydes, stylistically, apart from John Jones, is his most difficult fight.
Hey, Cyril's been chatting absolute bollocks, by the way, but we won't touch on that at all. But Jamie, I'll come to you. Tom Aspinall has been in the bottom position for 0.01 seconds since his UFC debut, and we know Curtis Blaydes is probably, I'd say, the best wrestler at heavyweight.
Yeah,
that's including John Jones, because I do think he's a better heavyweight wrestler than John Jones. Big up CJ as well. This is definitely Aspinall's toughest test. Definitely his toughest test. How do you see this one going? Because obviously we only saw 15 seconds. I think we only saw like a couple of exchanges.
Yeah.
How do you see this playing out? Because obviously, when John Jones mentioned it, saying Curtis was winning every exchange, which he was probably on the gear because he must have been watching some other shit, because Curtis was not winning the early exchanges, however brief. But do you think we're going to see Aspinall get the job done?
Very easy night for Aspinall.
Wow,
very easy night.
Yeah,
wow.
I'd love Aspinall to lose, but
what?
Yeah, but I think it's a very easy night for him.
Explain yourself.
Yeah. We need. No, you can't just drop a bombshell and just walk away, Jay. Like we need an explanation.
I've been studying Aspinall for quite a while now, and watching and reading a lot of things from him, and I think he's a bit of a pussy.
Why?
I think he bottles engagement. He doesn't put himself out there enough. And I think Dana White.
He got clipped in the first 5 seconds. I thought he was going out.
No. He don't put himself out there in the public. He's not engaging enough. he doesn't really call people out. He
squared up to John Jones at a convention.
He didn't really. He sort of went up to the convention and put his arm around him. John basically slapped his arm away, and John sort of won that battle. He's a bit of a fanny. I just need him to do more. I need him to do more. He's a massive man, and I'm going right off Aspinall. I'm going right off Aspinall. In fact, fuck it, I want Curtis Blaydes to knock him out.
You need him post fight, don't you, Jamie, to go?
I need to call him out. Do something.
Fuck Stipe versus
you
John
want drama,
Jones.
Jay. You want drama,
you, bitch.
He's
Basically,
a pussy.
you need something like that.
He's letting Dana wank all over him, and he don't care. He's just like he just stands around, not doing nothing. I need him. It's such a beast of a man. No,
Jamie, I do have to agree with you a little bit. I do have to agree with you a little bit because he has been very what's the word? He's been very company first in the whole John Jones thing, and I'm sort of agreeing with you. Like he needs to kick up more of a fuss.
Does it irritates me
at the end of this fight when he beats Curtis Blaydes? I need him to basically pull a Conor McGregor promo, a Stone Cold promo, basically saying, "John Jones, I'm coming for you." Yeah. Fuck Stipe, I'm coming to you because you're the one that's running. You're the one that's fighting old man. You're not fighting the actual number one guy in this division. You're fighting some pensioner. Like you want him to pull that type of promo, don't you?
Yeah, I've been wanting him to do this for donkeys now.
And I agree.
I don't think. I think there's some heavyweights in the past that wouldn't stand for this shit. I mean, I remember watching Brock Lesnar's heavyweight chat. He slagged off the actual sponsor of UFC. And I'm going to drink a Coors Light because Bud don't pay me nothing. And Dana had to apologise massively, or they wouldn't sponsor him again because he didn't give a shit. He's a beast. That's what I want Aspinall to be. He's too much of a fanny. Man up. Man up.
All right, but the difference between him and Brock was a massive megastar. Aspinall hasn't got that pull behind him.
No, he needs it, man. It'd be that massive superstar if he did this sort of thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jamie's the type of brother who punches himself repeatedly in the face as a morning routine.
Definitely. You've got to. Aspinall's got so much to his game. He's too polite.
Do you know
too polite?
I quite like it though, Jay. I
like gets you nowhere in combat sport.
I hear that, but
Frank Bruno was really polite. Do you know what Frank Bruno went and done? Pantomime.
Yeah, I know, but
do you see Mike Tyson and Lex Luger doing pantomime?
No.
Well, hold on, Mike Tyson is. He's going to fight Jay Paul.
You know, they're not going to go, he's behind you. Ooh, you know,
Frank Bruno about killer instinct. We've seen Aspinall has a killer instinct.
He does, and he needs it on the mic.
But the thing is, people have always mentioned this in his media day, right? Mentioned that when other camps have gone, oh, let's take him into deep water. And Tom Aspinall's like, no offense. The reason why I've never been to deep water because these guys just ain't good enough. Like he comes out with some cold lines.
Yeah, he does.
Because this is in such a nice way.
That's not a cold line, though.
Well, to be honest, none of the division's been good enough to drag him into deep water. Let's be honest, the only guy that beat him was Blaydes, and because his knee blew out.
He's got a. If he beats Blaydes, he's got to get hold of his microphone and just call out the company, Dana White, John Jones.
Yeah. Call out like Joe Rogan. Call out everyone that said that Pereira should be next for John Jones, and say, "I'm your interim heavyweight champion."
Yeah, exactly.
And I have to defend this bloody belt, so this coke up bum can go and do his Legends tour.
Do it. Do what DC did. DC went for Jones like this. And everyone loves DC for it. Oh, I hate DC to be fair.
Yeah, I was going to say not everyone.
If you get
you and Calvin,
if you go and if he gets hold of that mic and goes, look, I've had enough of this company. There's no more pussy. There's no more nice Tom Aspinall no more. And just really go at him because he is the interim champion. He should be going at Joe Rogan and going, hey, I am the interim champion. Do you know why they're all doing that? Because Aspinall's so nice. They believe Aspinall will step out of the way for that fight to happen. That's why they're all saying it. Do you reckon they would say anything like this if it was a Lesnar or someone like that who's a beast or a DC? or a Cain Velasquez or anything like that. They would not say that. None of them would. Aspinall's too nice because they know what's he going to do. Like literally, what's he going to do? So I just want Aspinall to be the beast that he looks like on telly as well, and just he could be a mega star if he's like that because everyone will back him. Every fan watching will go, you know what? He's fucking right. You know, he is right. That's what, like he'll start getting cheered and everything. So
Frankie,
he's got to do
most
it.
of MMA would be on Tom's side. Absolutely.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. He's too polite.
They already
So
are, to be
CJ
fair.
Polite doesn't sell. GSP was a gent, yeah, but there's a different time. It's a different time. This is a social.
Different-
This is the
different
social
time back then,
media
wasn't it?
era.
Different time. I don't think he was that much of a gent. He slagged off Mark Hughes. I remember when he got in the ring and told Mark Hughes his performance was terrible.
Yeah, Nick Diaz as well. He slagged him off as well.
Slagged Nick Diaz off. He greased up against BJ Penn, so he couldn't wrestle him. So he cheated.
Yeah.
You know, GSP's an arsehole, and plus he's a drug taker all his whole career. So
Hey, big facts from CJ. Aspinall with a prime Conor McGregor attitude would go wild.
Aspinall Connor's attitude would be the biggest star in the company.
Yeah, but no one's going to be like, you can't manufacture Connors.
I just don't think Aspinall's going to be a big star because I don't think he's got it in him.
Here's the thing. I think Aspinall's very witty. I actually think he's very personable. But he's not going to be a massive star potentially because he's not. I think you've got to be a larger live character nowadays to be a massive star. And saying that though,
Pereira don't talk. He don't talk.
No, but Pereira's an anomaly. Let's be real, Jay. He's an anomaly.
But no one tells Pereira to stand out of a way of anything. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, Pereira tweeted something, right?
He doesn't speak English.
Of a phone, like Dana calling, and he went, Sharma, no Sharma.
Yeah, and this is like
Alex Pereira is almost like the Undertaker of the UFC, but there's only one Undertaker in it.
Yeah, and then CJ, but to be fair, Aspinall hasn't been on the big stage either, really. He needs to grow his brand a bit, I'd say.
That's what I think he does need to do. But I do think he's doing that. He's got to deal with Jim King. He's done stuff with Alima Online. He's got Fight Labs on TNT Sports. I don't think he's not trying to. But again, Jay, you say it all the time. What's the company doing? Like, he's an employee of the company.
Yeah, the company ain't helping him. There's no
What's
doubt
the
about
company doing
to
to
push
push
company?
Fight the company. This is what I'm saying. Fight the company. If he wins, he needs to get them because it'd be Michael Bisping interviewing him because Joe Rogan won't fly. So it'd be Michael Bisping interviewing him, yeah. And he's got to give it a Bisping. Go, you know, your mate Joe, you know, Dana, all you boys. You think Pereira should be fighting John Jones next, don't you? You're not even thinking about me. I'm the best heavyweight in the world right now. So to all you guys, fuck you all. I'm John Jones's next opponent, not Pereira. And if Pereira wants some,
Steve can fuck off.
And if Pereira wants any, he can get in the ring after I've had that fight. I'm happily defend my heavyweight title against Pereira. But he's got to get in line and know where his brother's. He's just got to. Why can't I do it?
The way you just said that is kind of cold still.
Yeah, it doesn't need a big promo just to call Jones out. I think he does, you know, because I think even Jones is like, yeah,
Jones ain't scared of Aspinall. I don't think Jones is worried about Aspinall because he don't talk enough. He's got.
I think Jones, from a skill set standpoint, is worried about Aspinall.
Yeah, but he did do that back and forth where basically Aspinall sort of cooked him.
Yeah. He's just got to get in his head a bit. I'd love it.
Twins does the Tito great against celebration.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Hey, let's get back to the actual fight. Like, obviously, we talk about when Tom Aspinall wins and stuff like that. Ways that Curtis Blaydes could win this fight. What we're saying, because we've not really seen much of Aspinall's jiu-jitsu, his ground game. Is this going to be the fight that we're actually going to see how good he is on the ground?
Yeah, he just out wrestling for 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think Curtis Blaydes. So, all right, the first fight between the two, the way it ended, and I mean this with the greatest respect to Aspinall because I'm a big fan. I think it kind of benefited him. The way he started that fight, for me, he would have got knocked out or beaten in that fight.
He's very chinny.
The reason he just looked way too aggressive and almost had no respect for Curtis Blaydes at all. One thing about Curtis Blaydes, in fact, one thing about heavyweight MMA, you don't have to be a crisp, clean striker to knock another man out. Like, these guys are walking around, 16, 17, 18 stone, like athletic as hell. You throw a punch at that weight, the likelihood is you might go to sleep. And I think the way Aspinall started that fight, just fighting in the pocket, I think was very dangerous. I don't think he'll do that this time. I think he'll pick his moments. I think he'll threaten takedowns with Curtis Blaydes. But if Curtis Blaydes were to win this fight, it would be through his grappling and using his grappling to score strikes on the feet. But ultimately, I think he finishes it on the ground with ground and pound if he were to win.
Great.
But I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, I just think Curtis Blaydes can't stand with Aspinall because there's only one winner. So he needs to take him down. He needs to wrestle him. He needs maybe dirty boxing on the inside. Try and get his back as much. Yeah, get his back as well. Let's see what Aspinall's like when someone's a wrestler's on his back. If he does that, I think Aspinall's in for a bit of trouble. If Aspinall can keep it on their feet and keep the distance, then Aspinall's going to win comfortably. It's a very intriguing fight. It's, obviously if Aspinall wins it, like I've said already, do what you got to do. You got to.
This is a better fight, right, than Jones versus Stipe.
I don't know. I think Jones. I've got this funny feeling Jones versus Stipe is going to be fight of the year.
No way.
I have a feeling that Stipe is going to beat Jones, shouldn't
I think they're just going to go and slugfest. I think it's going to be mad.
Does Aspinall have to dominate a win over Blaydes to get any actual respect within the promotion? I don't think in the promotion to get Jones's respect.
I think
because we know Jones is going to shit on him regardless.
I don't think you can scrape through Blaydes and then try and say you're heavyweight champion. Not for me.
Can I just say something, boys? So Aspinall has beaten. This is a top 10, so he's not going to fight Tuivasa because he's number 10. He's beaten Spivak. He's beaten Tabora. Jairton Almeida is number 7, but he needs a win. Stipe is fighting Jones for whatever reason. He knocked out Pavlovich. If he beats Blaydes, he'd have beaten Blaydes, beat Volkov, and then Cyril Gane's number 2.
He's done everything.
I was gonna say, like, if let's say Jones beats, when Jones beats Stipe, he's gonna walk away from the sport, in my opinion. That means Tom Aspinall, if he gets through Curtis Blaydes, will be bumped up to undisputed champion. If he goes out and he beats Jailton Almeida and Cyril Gane, there is a genuine argument to say that Tom Aspinall is the greatest heavyweight.
They will never call him that because he never fought John Jones.
Yep.
No, I hear that.
But for me, everyone in the heavyweight division's a bum.
But
we're in the bum division. We're in the bum era of heavyweights.
When has the heavyweight division actually been really popping though? Barring maybe the top 2 or top 3, it's not really ever been a division that's popping.
When you had Uberine, Brock, Cain Velasquez,
DC Vader.
You had better fighters a few years ago.
I'll be honest. DC would have given Aspinall problems. I think maybe I'm talking prematurely. I think Aspinall beats a prime Miocic.
That's a
Krokop.
No.
Like Stipe.
Oh, Stipe. I thought you said Krokop. I was like, no. Prime Krokop was different.
Yeah.
Krokop's different gravy, man.
Like I do like. I know Stipe is considered the heavyweight GOAT because he had the 3 defenses, but when you break down his 3 defenses,
I don't think Stipe is a better heavyweight than Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, neither do I. Like Stipe for an aging JDS, he fought an aging Overeem, and his other defense was against Ngannou, who wasn't the real Ngannou. Still a very good win considering what the momentum Ngannou was on, but we also saw him get knocked out and chinned badly by DC. And in my opinion, the only reason he won the rematch is because DC was fighting emotionally, and then he got absolutely flatlined by Ngannou. And even in the third fight of DC, he should that fight should have been different because there was a really bad eye poke that Herb Dean missed, and he was able to capitalize on it.
I agree. I think Frank Mir's a better heavyweight than Stipe. I think Ngannou's not Ngannou.
No, I've got Ngannou higher than Stipe.
Yeah, Ngannou. I don't get this Stipe GOAT shit because I think everyone sleeps on JDS when he was heavyweight before he came out of his prime.
Conversations, but I do need to sort of pay attention. Rick, in the chat, some of the comments are not related to the stream, my friend. So unless they're stream related, I will not be answering them whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because it's got nothing to do. It is mad.
Rick, I can answer him later if you like, Rick.
It's not related to the stream, my friend. I'll be more than happy to. We've been more than happy to answer questions that are related to the stream. But any of the comments in, I will not be answering them whatsoever. So just to let you know that. But going back on, totally. Yeah, I mentioned Overeem, the fighter, not Overeem. What's happening him and his life, and plus I mentioned Ubereem when he was on all the gear, on all the juices.
That's a video for a different day, Rick.
Yeah, that's another video for a different day. But with 46 minutes in,
I didn't know that was true.
We're 46 minutes in. Let's get a prediction for the co-main event. I'll start off with you, Jamie. Which round?
Oh, this is the main event, isn't it?
No, co-main event.
Interim. It's interim belt.
No. I'm sorry. If this was any other, this is why I keep talking about Aspinall for. He should be main eventing here. If this was John Jones or Stipe, this is the main event, even if they're interim champion. We all agree, yeah. This is what I keep saying about Aspinall. He's not a star, and he should be. This should be the main event. It's the heavyweight. What are they fighting for? The interim heavyweight championship, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that belt. It's got to be wrapped around the winner.
Yeah.
So. This is what what I've been saying all along is correct. Aspinall is too much of a pussy. He's co-main. He should be getting main event money. This is ridiculous. For that reason, Aspinall gets beaten. Jesus Christ!
I blame MMA Guru for this. You go deep. LOL.
Aspinall gets beaten now. He needs to learn a lesson. Yeah, get beaten, man. No, I'm sick of this, man. He should be on main event money. He should be getting all the pay-per-view points. He shouldn't be. He's an interim heavyweight champion. Any other heavyweight? Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Yep. Hey, Rick, I swear, Rick, you get 3 warnings, right? And you're on your second. Third one, you get booted.
Go get life, Rick, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Come on, man. Yeah, this is a fun stream. Talking fighting. You know, it should be all good, all laughs. But I swear to God, one more, and you're getting booted. I will boot you out of this chat real quick, my friend. But let's move on. Bobby. Oh no, sorry. It's King Green versus Paddy the Paddy Pimblett. Midlife crisis. Bobby Green. CTE is real because no one changes your name. The King. MMA politics. Exactly. MMA politics, that is fine. But yeah, Bobby King Green. King Green versus Paddy Pimblett. I'll start off with you, Callum. This is definitely Paddy's toughest matchup. I do think there are still question marks over him as whether or not he will ever be a championship level fighter. Still concerns over his game. Obviously, I don't know whether or not you guys watched the MMA Guru and his interview after listening to that and thinking about some of the negative comments I have given him in the past. Maybe I went a little bit too harsh over the Jarrell Gordon fight because he did sustain, basically fucked his ankle up in the in the first round. So maybe it was a little bit too harsh.
Paddy did bring that on himself though, in the way he handled the lead up to the fight and then the post fight. So
he broke down to the build up to the fight, and he said that the only reason why he mentioned the budget is because Ariel wanted him to basically stop doing a paid interview to do a free interview.
I mean, he says that, but Ariel came out with a bunch of receipts and it didn't say that. So, and why is he only coming out with that and that? Without that, coming out with that narrative now, like, he's had a year to say this and he's only saying it now. Like, he tried to do Ariel dirty. He tried to basically kiss up to the boss who was sitting next to him, and it came back and bit him in the arse. So, like,
yeah, and obviously, the Paddy's had a very what's the right word to say? He's had a very interesting media day, coming out with some very powerful comments about how he's been feeling this camp. Pardon?
Do you believe any of it? I don't mean to
know.
say this. I know the like mental side of things, but you got to take everything seriously. I get it. I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know with Paddy. And that's because I'm not sure. It's hard to.
When he comes out and says certain things, it's hard to then be like, I relate with that. It is difficult.
I think it's very easy to say. I think he's worried about getting booed.
Yeah, I do think when I was listening to it, I don't know if not you guys listened to it. I was a bit like, it's a really good thing that he's come out and said it, because obviously men's mental health, not enough men speak about it, so it is a big thing that he did. But I'm thinking, if you were that down, like some of the stuff he was saying, I don't really want to repeat it because it does touch a chord.
Yeah, it's depressing, no doubt.
If he was thinking those things, his coach should have pulled him out of the fight. It should have pulled him out. I know he said like the last 3 weeks he's gotten the shit together, the best camp he's ever had, which pretty much every fighter says every single fight, every single media day. The best camp I ever had, man. Oh, really good camp. It had some shit. And then, oh my God, the camp was great, man. I'm in the greatest shape. And then they get starched in 1 round. So
Paddy does look great, to be fair. I mean,
he does.
Yeah,
it's the best he's looked so close to
Paddy has, but Paddy does
great.
this though. This is one of the. I've got 2 big criticisms of Paddy the fighter, not Paddy the person. One is the way he fluctuates in weight outside of camps. That's why for me, he will. If the UFC asked him, you need to take a fight on 2 weeks' notice, big opportunity. Paddy's not taking it because he's not going to be in shape. And the second one is his striking footwork. His footwork is off. I don't think his striking's great. His striking defense is bad. He hangs his chin out. It's like he's begging to be hit, and he has been stunned a couple of times. He says that is because of his hair shakes around. It looks worse than it is. But trust me, when you see the shots he's taken, like flush, a striker with a little bit of power is really going to struggle you. He's really going to struggle you.
I agree. The thing I would say about, Paddy went for a lot. Didn't his best mate die or something like that?
One of his good friends.
And obviously you never get over something like that, and that can send you in the downward cycle. I just worry, he talks about depression a lot, and he, as I said, he might be depressed. I just don't know these days because everyone says it nowadays, don't they? And I'm not saying it's like people aren't depressed, but you hear everyone say but his eating habits and what he does and stuff like that, maybe that is because he is depressed. It's his way of coping when he's not in training.
He says he smokes a lot of pot as well.
Yeah, when he's not in training and stuff like that. Maybe that's his coping mechanism. And if he changes that, he can't cope. And that's the way he gets by. I don't know. Could be.
So what do you think of this comment, guys? Evening. Paddy has set up a perfect excuse for a loss. And also, I am so confident talk is fake. To be honest with you, I am confident talk. I think most of the fighters do it. Most fighters think, oh, look, I'm super confident.
I think they have to. If they come out and before fight and go, I'm really nervous about this one, I don't know where I'm going to be.
This is what I say about Paddy and Tom Aspinall, the difference. Paddy's a bigger star than Tom Aspinall. Right? And the reason he is because he's got great self-awareness and confidence about himself. And he puts that out there to the media. Tom don't, and that's the difference. And Tom's a beast. He's like 100 times the fighter Paddy is.
Yeah.
And that's why I want Tom to be like that. And Paddy's a bigger star. And look where he's got. He's got where he is now through more of his mouth and his ability in front of the media more than he has with his fighting style and skill set. I'd love Paddy to win this fight. If he is going through this depression, he is thinking like things are tough for him right now.
He said he's going to mention some of that in his post-fight speech.
Yeah, a great win for him and getting support behind him. I wish him all the luck in the world.
Yeah. Up a tier here with another comment. If Paddy can pass Bobby's stand-up and take down Bobby, Bobby would go to sleep via rear naked choke.
I agree with that.
Possibly, I think there's a strong possibility that Paddy may finish him on the feet. The only fight Paddy's taken on short notice would be heavyweight. Facts. What fighter has ever said, "Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win"? LOL. You'd be surprised, you know. You'd actually be surprised of how
There's a lot of nervous fighters, don't there?
Yeah.
came out, said that he knew he wasn't going to beat McGregor. But I know that it was after the fact, but he literally came out and went, "Yeah, there's no way I was beating McGregor. There's no way." So
a lot of fighters do get very nervous though as well, don't they?
yeah, and Tom Salatu orders apple tart and cream on the dessert menu. Probably.
Apple tart and cream.
Probably.
No, I don't trust. I'm sorry. I need to say this. I don't trust men that have cream on their dessert. I'm sorry. What is that about? Custard. What we're doing here? If you're asking for cream, don't talk to me.
What's the odds on Aspinall in the UK? He's minus 400 at the moment here in the States.
It'd probably be favourite, like 3-1 or something like that, probably.
He's going to say decapitate Green, but I can see him riding his back for most of the fight. LOL. He said he's not going to call King Green King. He's just going to call him Bobby.
Green needs to win. When you call yourself king, you need to be under.
You need to win shit. That's what you need to do with that. I'm just going to see if I can pull up his interview because he mentioned something in his post-fight, in his pre-fight thing, about Paddy getting that clip's 3 minutes.
Paddy beats Green after beating Ferguson. It's a good little CV he's got going.
Yeah, he's starting to build a nice CV.
I think he ranked number 15.
He starts.
But then, who does he fight after Green? He's going to fight someone proper good after that, ain't he?
You'd be surprised because I reckon that he can get himself quite far up. Obviously, Paddy has mentioned some of the comments. He said he wraps on some of the effing disgusting comments made about his mental health issues. Some of the responses saying to me that like you should just kill yourself. You might as well just.
That's just out of order.
Yeah,
that is bang out of order. That is absolute bang out of order. No matter what you think of like him as the fighter. Like comments like that is I never the answer.
I don't mind people questioning stuff because if it was me, I don't mind being questioned about stuff. But going on a thing like feel like that, kill yourself. That's just there's no place in this world for that kind of comment. Madness.
Yeah, obviously, I just shared the screen now. This is what Paddy said about Bobby Green. I'll just everyone's disappeared. Oh, that's not good.
Who's disappeared? Where are you?
Yeah, no, I know you're here, but sorry. Yeah, I said you're here, but I've disappeared. I'll just pull this up quickly. This is only a short clip.
Yeah, it looks great, Paddy. Isn't it?
You know, obviously you're fighting Bobby or King Green now. What are your thoughts on the name change? I know you said that you won't be calling him that, but do you think that just kind of speaks to how quirky a character he is in general? Or do you think it's a weird thing? What do you make of the whole thing itself?
Oh, it shows what a dickhead he is. You know what I mean? Like, imagine being nearly 40 years of age and changing your name to King.
He's right.
You know what I mean? Grow up, innit? Like, as I've said in other interviews, CTE is real.
So he just said that CTE is real.
That's what I love about Paddy. He's a great. Give him a microphone, he can do bits, man.
Oh, you know, yeah, he like Bobby Green did mention something about Paddy in custom shorts.
Yeah, he's gonna be wearing his orange shorts, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Aspinall's personality doesn't allow him to be a breakout star. It should be main event in every fight he's in. He doesn't do the build up on the entertainment side. Correct. Aspinall needs Paddy's media training.
I actually don't think Paddy's that great on the mic.
I don't think he is either.
He's entertaining. It's not greatness. It's just he's entertaining.
Hold on. I found it. I found him going off on Paddy getting the shorts today. I found it.
Oh, you know how to piss me off. See? You know how to piss me off. That's why I'm kicking his ass a little bit more. That's what I'm talking about, the spoiled kids. I've worked so hard for this fucking company. I took so many fights on short notice, broken hand, this and that. Threw the company on my back 1,000 times. Fought a guy, had to come back fight Islam 10 days later. I've done the most for this fucking company to get my shorts. But this guy just gets to come here and walk in and get them. It's like, wow, okay. That's what I'm talking about, that spoiled shit. All he had to do was say, hey, I want my shorts. I give him his shorts. So now I'm going to kick his ass for that reason. I'm kicking his ass for that. And that's it. Let's go.
Hang on. He says he talks about him being spoiled, and he's talking with £1 million worth of jewelry on, and he's named himself.
You know
king,
most that's fake.
and he's named himself.
I'll
king.
be honest though, what he said there is kind of true though.
Yeah,
Like,
he's right. Because Paddy's
what I mean, so far
entertainer.
who's had custom shorts so far? We've had
Pereira.
Leon.
right Pereira, obviously goated.
I think all the
Max
champions,
Holloway,
all the champions basically.
Max Holloway did goated. Pantoja champion goated. The only person who I think of who hasn't is maybe Bryce Mitchell, but Bryce Mitchell's been a top 7 in his division.
He's been begging for
years.
camo shorts for ages, so you can't really
And it's
deny him.
like again, respectfully, Paddy's not even in the top 15. So how and why is he getting custom shorts?
Because he's popular. He's more famous than King.
So
Kong.
like, if I'm Bobby
Yeah,
Green,
that's
like
the
I am
thing.
kind of annoyed about it. If I can't get,
Oh
my
yeah, I
shorts-
would be. I would be as well, Ken. I agree. It's the fact that he's so more people around the world will know Paddy Pimblett more than Bobby Green.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
And that's what it is. I don't like it. Look, when I'm going on about Aspinall here, Aspinall's a world-class fighter. He's probably the best heavyweight in the world, in my opinion. But we don't like it, but you do have to play the entertainment part of combat sport.
Yeah.
And if you look at all the best ever, they're all extremely
Sharp tongue.
popular and entertaining at the same time as well. And
Yeah.
you know, even Khabib didn't talk a lot, but the things he said was extremely hurtful
Yeah.
and entertaining to hear. So it carried weight.
That's
I
fraudful as
think,
well.
but he
Yeah.
became big because of Conor, though. If Khabib
Yeah,
never
Conor
had
got
that
him
Conor-
over. Yeah, Conor got him over.
If Khabib never has that Conor fight, I don't think he's as, or if he has the future, I say, I don't think it becomes a big star.
No, Conor got him over, no doubt.
But go with predictions, guys. What you got for?
I think Paddy looks physically I don't know about mentally, but physically he looks the best I've ever seen him. I've seen some training videos of he looks sharp as a button. I think he gets the job done. I think he's riding a bit of a wave right now, and I hope it continues for him. He's a British fighter. We got to back him, you know. And also he's a Liverpool fan, so you know.
Yeah.
No, I hope he gets the win. I think it might be easier than people think as well.
So do you think he finishes him, or do you think it'll be a?
I think he finishes him. I think he finishes him. Yeah.
Ground or on the feet?
I think he takes his back and chokes him out.
Callum?
Completely agree with Dave. I think he stands up with Bobby Green for a little bit, goes and takes a takedown, establishes dominance, and gets the victory from there.
I'm going to go slightly differently. I'm still going to go Paddy to win. I think he's going to finish him on the feet. I think Bobby's been through a lot of wars. He's had a lot of quite brutal knockouts recently. And we know when the chin resistant goes, it goes.
Yeah.
It goes. Just ask Tony Ferguson about how that resistance goes once you start losing. So CJ goes at 3 a.m. start time in the UK. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately,
Yippee.
don't understand why.
Yippee-ki-yay. But moving on, everyone that's still tuned in, we've been in over an hour, not even finished the main card yet. So if you're still watching, massive respect. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the Sanderson Show. Subscribe to Jamie Phillips Football Chats as well. So big up to everyone that's still here. It's Nath Star. Paddy will lose, in my opinion, about the Brit in the UFC. But I think Paddy gets caught too much in fights. Yes, I do expect him to get wobbled at some point. He catches him cleanly. But let's move on. Christian Leroy Duncan is fighting Gregory Rodriguez. Obviously, when you look at the names, you're thinking, who? Who's like who? Obviously, people know who Gregory Rodriguez is. He is unranked at middleweight, but he is a tough He is a tough son of a gun. I don't know if anyone was tuning in to Combat Catch Up yesterday when Callum showed the injury that he suffered on a fight night, where you literally saw his artery exposed. It was fucking brutal. So this guy is tough, and obviously Christian Leroy Duncan, he came into the UFC with a lot of hype. Cage Warriors middleweight champion. Still got it that I never got to interview him. His coach never got back to me. So that one stings. But nevertheless,
One day it'll happen.
One day we're back to Brits all the way. I'll start off with for you, Jamie. Some people, I think there was a other comment that I didn't manage to get, but CJ said Duncan versus Robocop is fight of the night, in my opinion. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think the Brit gets it done. You know, when was that head cut he suffered?
A couple years
Gregory.
back.
A couple of years ago.
Has he fought since then?
Oh yeah.
I haven't really been keeping up with Gregory's fights, to be fair.
Yeah.
I know Gregory's the favourite for this fight. Yeah, but you got to back the Brit, ain't you? It is going to be a stand-up war. I mean, they just look out for knockouts, don't they? So it's going to be a stand-up fight. Okay, let's go for the Brit, though. Is this his UFC debut, is it?
No. I think he's made his UFC debut before.
All right. Yeah, let's go for the Brit.
Rodriguez knocked out Brad Tavares the last time around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go for
Rodriguez. Christian Leroy Duncan KO on his debut.
Yeah, I'm going to Leroy win then. Knockout victory.
Fishy Paw. What a name. I've struggled staying up to watch the fights. Imagine having the fight at 3 a.m. Facts, you just give all the American fighters the advantage. UK fighters getting home advantage, but UFC fighters getting the fight without jet lag.
Yeah.
Max. Duncan is the favourite here in the States. And then I'll just touch on this comment from Adam here. This is Paddy is an absolute hype job. Respect it, but not a fan. He comes across to me to be the clever lad. He knows his level. It's making a dosh load to being a reality star. If it's any top level, he'll be flat out.
I agree.
Agreed. Callum, thoughts on Leroy Duncan versus Rodriguez?
I don't think he'll be fighting tonight because I think another fight on the main card will be, but I think it'll be a hell of a fight. I think this could be the coming out party for Duncan. I think this could be where he really makes a name for himself and establishes himself as a fan favorite. I think he gets the job done, and I think he does it in spectacular fashion.
All three of us are going Leroy Duncan wins.
Yeah.
Is everyone going? He's going to get it done by finish, or to say one thing, he's going to take it to the judges' scorecards.
He'll finish him.
Jamie?
Finish him. Yeah, knock him out.
I'm going to go. It's going to be a 20. It's going to be a 30-27.
Oh, fair dude.
He's going to win on the scorecards. But let's go to the main card opener. Arnold Allen versus Kike Galazzi. I think I pronounced his name properly. I believe this is Arnold Allen's first fight since his Max Holloway fight.
No, Mosa Evloev.
Oh God, yeah, that was beginning of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got done dirty in that fight because he was about to put Evloev away, and the refs jumped in and said that it was illegal knee strikes when it actually wasn't.
It is number one bullshit. That's what it was. And obviously, Giggsay's not fought since he fought Calvin Cater. I think he tore his groin or something.
Yeah, he got beaten up bad by Calvin Cater.
Well, Calvin Cater pieced him up. I remember when Volk was the champion and Giggsay was like, "Yeah, I'm the guy to beat Volk." And what? So hold on, who's this guy? Opening the main card. I'll start off with you, Callum, because you mentioned saying that obviously the last fight wouldn't be the fight of the night. So
yeah, I think this is going to be the one.
So tell the people why you think this is going to be the fight of the night.
Giga's a kickboxer. Arnold Allen loves to stand and strike. Both men can hit hard and both men can take a punch as well. Both men don't really look like they're interested in taking a fight to the ground, and both men are pretty quick starters as well. I think this is going to be a barn burner for as long as it lasts.
Well, I have to just say, Giggs' last fight was August last year where he beats Alex Caceres by decision.
Oh, that's right. He did, yes.
And then he lost to Calvin Kate the fight before, where he took another year out. So plus, so Giggsay's never winning the title. He's 35. So title shot dreams are over. So, sorry, Giggsay. Your time was good, but you never win the belt, my friend. Jamie, do you think Arnold Allen's going to get the bounce back? Because technically, Arnold's on a 2-fight losing streak.
Yeah, he needs it desperately. Look, Arnold Allen's terrible, but he's an exciting fighter, and so this is going to be another stand-up war. The two opening fights could be over in a blink of an eye. You know, we could be on the third fight within like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Very possible. Arnold Allen, another very average, nothing fighter. Lost his last two. Exciting low in the ring. I think gets the job done, bounces back in an exciting fight, gets a victory, and I've got nothing. It bores me. Crap fighter.
He bores you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jamie,
I've given up being nice. I've given up,
passport, my friend. Are you sure you're British? Are you sure?
I've just given up being nice.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you've been cooking everyone on Twitter.
Nice,
recently.
Jamie. Nice, Jamie's gone away for a while.
Yeah, nice, Jamie. Unfiltered Jamie's back.
Yeah,
always unfiltered, to be fair.
yeah.
Do they broadcast these fights for free in the UK, or do you have to pay?
Free.
I get it on my TNT Sports, which I
get
$5 or $4. So.
It's what we get for free.
Well, it's not free because we pay for a package.
Yeah,
but
At least it's not $90.
We don't have to pay. Yeah, we don't have to pay pay-per-view for it.
Yeah.
So just a quick prediction. I'll start off with you, Jamie.
Yeah, Alan.
Arnold.
Yeah.
Callum.
Yeah, I'm going to say Arnold Allen.
I got Arnold. I was going to touch on some of the prelim fighters, but we'll keep it short and sweet. The rest of the card, pick your one fight to watch. What's the one fight that you're going? Okay.
If the fight happens, I'm worried the fight's not going to happen because it's so weird that they've moved that fight to the early prelim.
Well, obviously, Mukayev said that they don't think that they like his style. This is the last fight on his contract.
What, Mohamed Mukayev?
It's Mukayev's last fight on his contract.
Why
Manu Cape came out with some interesting comments saying that basically he used to train at ATT with Pantoja, but left because Pantoja kept on tapping him out.
Yeah, he also said that he reckons he'd beat Israel Adesanya in a street fight.
I'd beat he's in the street fight. He's a pussy.
he'd wash all three of us at the same time.
No, man, you can't. Trust me.
Anyway, I'll just call Pereira.
You can't beat cancer state human beings. Trust me.
Oh dear. So Manu Cape versus Mukayev.
Why is this on the early prelim?
I told you, it's mad, isn't it?
This is a great fight.
No idea.
This is mad. I don't even watch early prelims. I'll have to watch the early prelim now just to watch that fight. Oh, fuck you, Jesus. That could be the fight of the night, you know, if it happens. What else is on here? I'm looking forward to Molly McCann getting destroyed. That'd be hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Molly's cringe, man. I'm sorry. I drink so much whiskey. Look at me. Yeah. There's a word for you, love.
UFC
a word for you.
The hype train when they matched her up against Erin Blanchfield. Yeah, that's when they knew that they weren't buying the Molly hype because they got slaughtered.
Yeah, I look forward to her getting destroyed. That'd be hilarious.
Nathaniel Woods as well. I'm looking forward to Nathaniel Woods.
Woods fighting Daniel Pineda.
Yeah.
28-15 record.
Do you think, guys? Do you think there's a shock? Is there a possible shock in what fight?
Define a shock, though.
Well, a person who shouldn't loses. Because my shock is Leon Edwards loses. I think that's possible.
I'd be livid.
The
I
only
think that's possible.
shock I could see Geeksay beating Arnold.
Yeah, but he's lost 2 fights in a row, Arnold, ain't he?
Yeah, true. I can't see any of the boys. I could see Pineda beating Nathaniel Wood.
Yeah.
Still chair from Bisping. Possibly. Possibly. Obviously, I'm going to back the Welshman, Oban Elliott.
Yeah, got to
Fight
bet
to
your man.
watch. Of course, I got to back my fellow She's.
Got to
Could
bet
see
your man.
RoboCop winning. That's a good shout, CJ. You could see RoboCop. Yeah, RoboCop.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that happening. I just don't think he will.
No. But I think that's the one. And
Like, it's a British pay-per-view. Does anyone say? Do you think all the British guys win their fights?
no, I think Shannon Bannon's losing because she ain't very good.
I've just thought about it.
I think did everyone on the main card to actually win all the Brits.
Do you think the time difference is actually going to be worse for the Brits than it should be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're not flying; they're at home. So
yeah,
they got to
they'll
fight at 3 a.m.
had to have just redone their body clock.
Yeah, it's going to actually be harder for the Brits to fight in Britain than it is for foreigners coming over.
They could end up being flat.
It's madness. It wouldn't make sense, but yeah, that's my only worry. That is my only worry.
But anyway, everyone that's tuned in, we're just over an hour and 15 in.
Great preview.
It's a great preview.
Yeah.
Everyone that's interacted, good comments, good vibes. That's what we like to see. Anything that you two want to plug that's coming up on your channels this weekend or this week?
Tomorrow morning gonna release the 2 promo videos. I'm gonna go live with Coppish in about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What? What's happening? What's happening on Coppish tonight?
No, we're just gonna do like a second show. I know Matt and Drift did one earlier, but
I did this one for 2 hours. I've not watched yet.
Was it 2 hours earlier as well?
There's a 2-hour one. Like I've not even got halfway through it yet.
Yeah, this one ain't gonna be 2 hours. I assure you. This one about half an hour. Seth Vandenberg interest. Chambers going to Wigan on loan, and the new Kudus rumors.
Oh, trust me, the Kudus rumors are number one bullshit, brother.
Yeah,
because on the same thing the West Ham fan says about that, they're doing the deal for Canate. So that says all you need to know. Jamie, anything coming up on your channel?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a show tomorrow where I call out everyone on Twitter.
Jamie, do you keep my name out your motherfucking mouth?
You sucker. I'm gag. It might be a video tomorrow. I just cut out these Liverpool Twitters out and get their tweets up on the screen. Just take the piss. I've had enough. I'm angry, man. I'm heel Jamie now. I've turned heel. I don't care. The bloodline shirt's on. I'm just like I've gone full heel. No, I've had enough, man. Yeah, I've had enough.
There could be a video, probably not out. Yeah, I may do a video tomorrow, but it'll be like a pre-upload. I'll probably do one tomorrow night because there's so much content around Media Day. So I'll probably touch on why Mukayev needs to win in style against Manu Cape to secure a new UFC contract. Because let's be honest, if he has another shitty performance, I think he's going to get cut. Personally, but tune in tomorrow, which will be pre-record. But hey, everyone that's tuned in, hit the subscribe button, like button, subscribe to the gentlemen's channels, Coppish, Sanderson Show, Jamie Phillips Football Chats. Check out the GoFundMe page for the Midnight Walk, 23rd of August, for the Domestic Abuse Support Unit in Wrexham. And yeah, until next time, we'll see you all very soon. You'll see all 3 of us again on the Sanderson Show, Sunday night. Could it be 3 a.m.? Could it be 1 a.m.? Well, it depends on Callum if he can get enough nap.
Yeah.
I've got to do a bloody watch along for the Liverpool game.
Yeah, we got that as well.
Like Saturday morning, then sleep.
All I hear are excuses.
Then pretend to be a parent. And then and then do the show in the evening. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fun
gonna be
times, man.
that's gonna be fun. Liverpool better have a good performance. Put me in a good mood.
Trust me.
Or I'm gonna be even more heelish.
Oh damn! Right, but everyone's tuned in. Massive thank you for the 9-10 people that's still here. You know, big up to everyone as well, and we will see you all very soon.
Big up yourself, Luke, for a
Yeah.
great show as well, bro.
Yeah, it was a great preview,
Yeah.
man. Best
Yeah,
one
great
we've done in a while.
preview. More regular videos coming up as well.
There we go.
Obviously, on the back of the UFC, providing I've had a nap, I'll probably do like a live reaction afterwards. You know, we'll try and get some more regular things because even though I've done nothing, I've still gained subscribers. So
That's what we like
we
to hear.
need to get back on the grind. You get back on the grind.
Man.
But until then, we will see you all very soon.